Welcome everyone. We have finished with the process of transcription. Now we will start with the new process, that is translation, because in central dogma what happens is the information which is there on the DNA will be that is transcribed into RNA, and from that information which is there on mRNA, proteins are synthesized. So this was the hypothesis, central dogma, which was proposed by Watson and Crick, the scientist who gave the structure of DNA. Okay. Now here this we have studied this two processes, central dogma, two processes are there, where from first process DNA was transcribed into mRNA. Then again mRNA is being transcribed into is translated into proteins. So two processes are there. The first process was DNA was transcribed into mRNA. That process was transcription. That process was transcription. Now after this mRNA is formed, whatever the message or the coding is there on the mRNA, that will be translated into proteins. So the next process is translation. The next process is translation, where whatever the code are there on the mRNA will be translated into the proteins, where from mRNA, with the help of this RNA, proteins will be synthesized. So what is happening in this translation process? What is happening in the translation process? There is, in the translation process, there is transfer of information. Transfer of information. Whatever is there, whatever information is there on mRNA, because it has the coding parts, we have taken the coding parts after slicing, because a DNA sequence was having coding parts as well as the non-coding parts. We have removed the non-coding parts, that is introns, with the help of slicing, and all the coding parts have been joined together with the help of the ligase, so which has made into mRNA. So this mRNA has information, the sequences, okay, sequences of nucleotides. So mRNA has the information. So it is transfer of information from polymer of nucleotides. Polymer of nucleotides. What is this polymer of nucleotides? This DNA and RNA. This DNA and RNA. These are the polymers of nucleotides. Polymers means long chain. Long chain of what? Nucleotides. What nucleotides? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. These four nucleotides are combining and joining with one another according to the sequences. Okay, base pairing, complementarity base pairing process, they will be sprayed. Okay, and here this nucleotides, long chain of nucleotide will be formed. So DNA and RNA are nothing but long chain of nucleotides, so which we call it as polymer of nucleotides, because for long chain we use the word polymer. So transfer of information from polymer of nucleotides. Now here we are referring to which polymer of nucleotide? We are referring to RNA, because RNA and DNA are nothing but they are the polymers of nucleotides, long chain of nucleotides. So what is happening? Whatever is there, information is there on this polymer of nucleotides, that is RNA, that information is transferred to the polymer of proteins. That information is transferred to the polymer of proteins. Polymer of proteins, sorry, we can say polymer of amino acids. So that is transfer of information is taking place from nucleotides, and that nucleotide and the information from the nucleotide is helping in the synthesis of proteins. So before we understand the process of translation, we have to understand one important concept, that is the genetic code. The important thing which we need to know is about the genetic code. So before translation, let us see what is the genetic code. Here we said these polymers are the nucleotides. So we have 4 nitrogenous bases. We already know we have 4 nitrogenous bases, 2 are purines and 2 are pyrimidines. 4 nitrogenous bases are present, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. So, these 4 are the nitrogenous bases. How these 4 nitrogenous bases are helping in the synthesis of 20 amino acids. 20 amino acids are there. How this? Because for amino acid synthesis we require nitrogenous base. For amino acids we require nitrogenous base. Nitrogen is required. So, we have only 4 nitrogenous base, then 20 amino acids are there. Then this question came, how come these 4 bases are helping in the formation of 20 amino acids? Amino acids are 20 different amino acids are there, but only 4 nitrogenous bases. So, here the scientist Gamow, whose name was George Gamow, he proposed the genetic code. He said that genetic code is in triplets. Genetic code is in triplets. He proposed about this genetic code and he did many research, he did many experiments, and his experiments, that is George Gamow's experiment, was supported by another 3 scientists. The first one is Hargobind Khurana, the second is Marshall Nierenberg and the third is Severo Ochoa. So, George Gamow came with the idea that there might be some permutation combinations, because of which in spite of being only 4 nitrogenous bases, 20 amino acids are formed. I said you amino acid base pairs, not amino acid, that is nitrogenous base pairs are only 4 and we have 20 amino acids. From this base pairs we have made, that is 20 amino acids are being made. How is it possible? So, George Gamow came to a conclusion that there might be certain permutation combinations of these nucleotides. So, which is helping in the formation of 20 amino acids. He have given that one. So, whatever he said that there might be some permutation combinations in this with the help of this nitrogenous bases, this idea of permutation combinations was supported by another 3 scientists, which are Hargobind Khurana, Marshall Nierenberg and Severo Ochoa. These 3 scientists supported George Gamow's work. They said there are permutation combinations. Now, George Gamow explained how that permutation combinations might have taken place. So, in order to understand this, let us draw this table. We won't be filling the whole table, but let us fill it somehow, so that is little one. So, let us see how combinations. So, we have drawn the table, we have made the boxes. Okay. Now, here at one side, we have only how many nitrogenous bases? 4 nitrogenous base. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is U is uracil, it is one nitrogenous base. Then here adenine. Here it is cytosine and here it is guanine. These 4 are the nitrogenous bases. So, here it is said that genetic code is in triplets. Genetic code is in triplets. So, on the 3 sides of the box, we have drawn a box. On the 3 sides of the box, here all those 4 nitrogenous bases are there. So, uracil, adenine, cytosine, guanine. Here also at the 1 side, 2 side and 3 sides. On 3 sides we have taken the nitrogenous bases. Okay. So, now if you add this one, now first one, this is U, this U and this U, one is formed. Okay. Then again take with this U, then this A, then okay, U, then U with this A, then U with this C, then U with this G. this will take. Okay. Now next take this one, U, this A and this U. Then again U with this A and this A. Then again this U, this A and this C. Okay. Then again this U with this A and this G. Triplets. We are making set of triplets. So this 3 amino acids, sorry, these 3 nucleotides, one set, this one set, it is all triplets. Okay. Now same, you make this one, U, the C, then U. Okay. Then U, C, this A, then U, C, this C, then U, this C and this G. So like this permutation combinations were made. So when we made this permutation combinations, how many combinations we have got? 64 codons. We have got how many codons? 64. So this 3, 6, 8, sorry 3, 6, 9, 12, 12, 12. So like this we have got 64 codons. When we fill this entire table, we will get how many codons? 64 codons we have got. According to this, we have got 64 codons. Out of that 64 codons, here 61 helped. 61 helped in the synthesis of amino acids. 61 codons are helping in the synthesis of amino acids and 3 codons are not helping in the synthesis of amino acids. 3 codons are not helping in the synthesis of amino acids. So here these codons not helping in amino acid synthesis. Okay. So now we call these 3 codons as nonsense codons. Nonsense codons. When we have made this table and we have made the permutation combinations using this 4 nucleotides, as we have made the triplets. When we made this triplets, we have got how many combinations? 64 codons we have got. We have got 64 codons. Out of 64 codons, now 61 were helping in the synthesis of amino acids. 61 were helping in the synthesis of amino acids, whereas these 3 remaining 3 were not helping in the synthesis of amino acid. So these 3 are called as nonsense codons. These 3 are called as nonsense codons. So here we have seen in this class that this whole process of from changing of DNA into mRNA, that process is transcription. Okay. And from this transcribed mRNA, whatever the message is there, it will be translated in the form of proteins. That process is translation. Together, this transcription and translation together, we call this process as central dogma. We call this process as central dogma, which have been proposed by Watson and Crick. Okay. So now it is the transfer, in this translation process, transfer of information from polymer of nucleotides to polymer of amino acids. So now in order to understand this, genetic code is given. Okay. Code is nothing but triplets. So genetic code is, genetic information is in the form of triplets. Okay. That was given by George Gamow, which was further supported by another 3 scientists, Hargobind Khurana, Marshall Nierenberg and Severo Ochoa. These 3 are the scientists who supported George Gamow's genetic code. That is, he said that there might be some permutation combinations because of which we are from 4 that is 4 nitrogenous bases are forming this, helping in the formation of this 20 amino acids. Okay. So how it was done? It was done in the tabular form. After this, it has gone 60, that is 64 codons they have got. Okay, out of 64 codons, 61 helps in the synthesis of amino acids, whereas 3 does not help in the synthesis of amino acids, and these 3 are called as the nonsense codons. These 3 are called as the nonsense codons. So, further how this process will take place, how genetic codes will be helping, how the process of translation will take place, we will see in the next video.